Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. My name is Tala. Here you will find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust. You are meant to be. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the videos. It shows your support and helps my channel to grow. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages for the highest good of the collective. And I was thinking that I would like to do a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective. Yeah, so I'm going to get one of these message cards to start and just see what type of message Spirit would like for us to focus on today. There's a theme. A free message. It's open. So we'll see what comes out, okay? I'm going to use this deck that I haven't used much. It's relatively new. I may have to pause and cover up, on a couple of the cards. I have some post-it notes that I'm going to just, fashion a little bikini if I need to and stick it on there. All right. Hope everybody's doing really well today. I don't know if it's the weather, the changing weather, but I've been very sleepy and drowsy. I think I might be going through some ascension symptoms or something like this. Needing a lot of rest. Maybe it's a combination of both of those things. Okay, I'm do like a Celtic cross here. Okay, Spirit, talk to us about Divine Feminine, the Fool. Okay. Feminine's having a new start, it looks like. Yeah, taking a step into the unknown. Facing a lot of choices. Or feminine might recognize that there are some illusions there. And she'll have to use her discernment, or they need to be using their discernment. Choose wisely, choose the right things. What's in the unconscious space? The Magician. Okay, we've got a Master Manifestor here. This is in the unconscious space. So feminine might be manifesting things unconsciously. So we'll have to see if we can figure out what that's all about. I think that could be a good thing or not such a good thing. We'll just have to see what the meaning of that is. In the recent past, we have an Ace of Pentacles. Nice card there. There was some kind of a prosperous new beginning. Something that our feminine embarked upon as an individual, perhaps, in the near future. A soulmate connection. Love to see that card. Yeah. We've got outcome cards. So this is how feminine's seeing themselves as an Ace of Wands, another ace. So emphasizing this new start. We've got the Fool and Two Pentacles. We have the Magician, which is somebody who's resourceful. This is somebody who is seizing an opportunity, essentially. And this is how others are seeing feminine. They're questioning her. They're not sure if what they're seeing is real. They wonder if she's being sneaky and deceptive. By the same token, they themselves could be embodying this. A lot of times when a group projects negatively onto an individual, it's because they are scapegoating an individual. It is like a projection of the mass ego, it's a shadow, onto one individual who embodies the light. Yeah. Alrighty, and hopes and fears. That's a fear, getting trapped and imprisoned. That might relate to the community, how the community is viewing her or them. How about an outcome card here, Spirit? Yeah, this is a feeling that is pervading this reading here. So this is rather interesting, isn't it? This is rather interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it was looking fantastic, and then here we started getting into the swords. And we've just got one after the next. In fact, we didn't have any swords until these. So it goes from the 7 to the 8 to the 9. Wow. The 7 to the 8 to the 9 of swords. Huh. Okay. This is interesting. Let's see, there's a lot going on in the community with regard to this individual. Now we have an 8 of Cups. Walking away. That might be our feminine walking towards something better. Maybe this community is posing a challenge for our feminine here. Not sure. It sure seems like she's destined to have some type of a new beginning here. Got the Page of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Star. Well, she's going to have healing. But there might be a little rough road ahead here for our feminine. So we've kind of talked through these cards for the most part. So let's just go ahead and jump right into our clarifiers here. Clarify the Fool. Oh, we forgot to get the crossing card. I always do that. Let's get one right now. We're crossed by the Lovers. Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's clarify the Fool card here. Clarify the Fool. We have an Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's carrying into the present from the past. So it appears that our feminine has held on to that pentacle. She still has it. Whoa, with her. This one's face down. This one's face up. These are too many. Okay. And then we have the Justice card here. The sense of fairness. This is perhaps this new start is some form of justice, along with that Ace of Pentacles. And then we have fast movement incoming. So this could just kind of talk to us about the speed at which this truth is coming in about this new beginning, this prosperous new beginning for this feminine. Okay, there's a speed, the message is coming in quickly that our feminine is going to have a prosperous new start. And this is due to the balancing out of some scales, something that maybe was unjust in the past, or yeah, and we have yet to see what we're going to learn about the community, whether she stays in the community or goes to a new community. Tell us about the Lovers, this crossing card. This is a Gemini. The Lovers is, well, it's the Lovers. It looks a lot like the Devil card, doesn't it? But these people are free and they're standing underneath an angel. So they are, receiving guidance and protection from this divine being. Whereas in the Devil card, they're chained to the devil. So why is the Lovers blocking this new start? Hanged Man. That confirms that it's blocking. There's a period of waiting. King of Swords. Might be some more truth coming in. Yeah, because something's hidden. Something's not being seen clearly. Maybe about a Pisces and a Gemini. It could be a Gemini with Pisces in the chart. It could be a Pisces with Gemini in the chart. We also have this Pisces here with the moon. It could be a Gemini and Pisces and another Pisces. King of Swords, this is a air sign masculine. But what I'm seeing here is that there is indeed a period of waiting, because there are certain truths that have been hidden that are now being revealed. Perhaps about a situation in the past that is part of the reason why there is this call for justice, this divine call for justice. Okay, so it's maybe not even clear if our feminine's going to get a new start. It appears that it's being blocked right now. But I do think there will be truth, and there will be something revealed. Yeah, and yeah, with that revelation, you know, that might be an opportunity for there to be a reconnection in the future, some healing of a past life soulmate. Alrighty, tell us about the Seven of Cups. What's this here for? What are these choices? Now we have a Queen of Swords. That's a counterpart to the King of Swords. We have a Queen of Wands. That's a fire sign feminine. We have a fire sign, air sign feminine as well there. And a King of Wands. So we have two couples here. We've got the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So we have two couples. These are the choices. Okay, well, it seems like, you know, maybe our feminine, to me, these are leaders. The kings and the queens, one of them is blocking. The King of Swords is blocking. The rest of them are here in this choice. This illusion, delusions, dreams, fantasies. That's what this Seven of Cups represents. So maybe there's a question about who among these individuals is trustworthy. Who among these individuals will stand up for feminine, ensure that this, you know, justice is served, make sure that things are balanced in a way that's fair. Feminine might be approaching a situation where she's going to need to perhaps ask for some guidance or some help along the way, and she's aware that it's going to maybe require a little extra time with that Hanged Man to discern who is trustworthy, who to go for help. Tell us about the Magician here in the unconscious space. I'm going to make sure that our video is recording. Yeah, it is. Okay, tell us about the Magician here, Spirit. We have a Nine of Pentacles. This is about wish fulfillment. This is about abundance and satisfaction. What else with that Magician? So manifesting something in the material world, manifesting partnership and celebration, maybe a soul tribe. These might be things that are coming in that our feminine is not seeing. you know, with the Lovers card crossing, it could be that she's been in a relationship of some kind that's been blocking her. And now in the unconscious space, maybe she's manifesting a singlehood, something where she can operate more independently for a time. And maybe she'll be joining more with Soul Tribe and receiving some type of a judgment from the divine. So our feminine might actually be embarking upon a journey of some kind, to do with abundance, to do with, what's this other card under here? To do with justice. Yeah, to do with justice, making something right. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, and with the Magician, our feminine is manifesting something unconsciously. These are all wonderful things to manifest. So the only thing that I can conclude is that she's not aware that she's doing it. Perhaps because she's been through a really difficult time and it's hard for her to even believe that something wondrous could happen, which is sad. Alternately, there could be somebody else working on her behalf, and she may not see this at all. Yeah, she may not see it at all. She's definitely not seeing how good things could be for her. Or if she is, it's just a shadowy thing. It's not full blown yet. She's not fully in a state of belief about it. It's like a little inkling. Talk to us about the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past, Spirit. What's this Ace of Pentacles in the recent past? Ten of Pentacles. What else? Well, we go from the 10, and we have an 8 of Pentacles. This is all Pentacles so far. And a 5 of Wands. That's that rivalry competition card. So the desired outcome with this Ace of Pentacles, if you start with an Ace of Pentacles, an ideal outcome would be a 10 of Pentacles. You can't get any higher than a 10. This is a completion. The 10 of Pentacles is a card of completion. And we see working away, working away, working away. That's how you would get to the 10 of Pentacles with that 8 of Wands. Or, I'm sorry, you guys, with that 8 of Pentacles. That's how you would get to the 10. But what I'm seeing here is, out of nowhere, here comes this competition and this conflict. Why or where it comes from, I don't know. Maybe it's for that big pentacle right there. Maybe that's a big spiritual inheritance, or it's actually not. It's a material inheritance of some kind, or gift, or offering, or beginning. So there's a sense that maybe a lot of people want this fresh start in the material, this prosperous new beginning. You know, and a 10 of Pentacles implies here that there's a couple. And so our feminine could be the apple of somebody's eye. And as a result of that, people could be jealous. And that could cause competition and adversity and stuff like that to happen. I think that happens not infrequently. It's just human conditions to some extent. And then we've got a 6 of Cups here. So let's look at the soulmate. Who is this soulmate here? Spirit. Who's the soulmate here? And what is this connection about? What's the significance of this past life connection to our feminine in this reading? There's another 5. There's a 5 of swords. Yeah. And this actually, you know something? Yeah. That may be what people are jealous about. That 6 of Cups. That soulmate connection. It's a deep love, deep bond, real easygoing connection, you know. Got a King of Cups. That could be the King of Cups. It could be a water sign masculine who our feminine is being drawn to. And oh, look at that. The 4 of Wands. Yeah, that's that stable home. Secure foundation. A union, a marriage. Possibly a celebration. Yeah, our feminine here in the Fool card, in the Fool energy. Yeah, is facing some conflict as she and this soulmate come together for this union. They're definitely facing quite a bit of adversarial energies, I would say, because I'm thinking about all these swords here too, remember? Yeah. All right, talk to us about the passionate new start. The Ace of Wands. Tell us more. Do tell, Spirit. What's with the Ace of Wands? This is about creativity. This is about action. Oh, and it is about action. Fast-moving action. Here we have the Knight of Swords. This is somebody coming with a message. This could be a message of passion. This could be a, you know, could also be, we gotta go. It's time to create something. It's time to do something. The time is now. With the wand being that passion, that fire, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We have a star card here, another one. There's one over here. Yeah, it's time to take action. You are this single person right now. Okay? You are becoming a star. This is what Spirit is saying with this Ace of Wands. You are becoming a star. You've got to get moving. Let's go. Let's step it up here. It's time to hop too. That's what Spirit's saying. If you're going to get here to this home, it's in 2 of our cards right here. This home, there it is, behind the soulmates, and here it is again. And the King of Cups is looking right at it, and here is the jealous people looking at the soulmates at the homestead. Alright, now, we're getting into these tricky energies with the community. Community is seeing a 7 of Swords. This is sneaking, lying, cheating, stealing. Can also be about strategy. Can also be about strategy. We have a 5 of Pentacles. Somebody's in lack mentality. They're feeling left out in the cold. They may be suffering losses. These people in the community. The Fools. They see our feminine taking a new start. They themselves would like a new start. Because why? Because they're out in the cold. Now, they could also be wishing that our feminine was out in the cold. And then we have a Page of Wands. We have let's see here. Let's have a little look here. Here's our Whoops. You guys? Yeah, no, this is right. But I read this wrong. This isn't a 7 of swords. This is a 5 of swords. Here it is again. Okay, this is the adversarial energy that we just pulled not that long ago. Right here. Getting a lot of doubles out here. Okay, this is the 5 of swords. This is conflict, a sword fight. There's defeat in this card. Okay, so the environment, somebody's feeling defeated. They're feeling like they're out in the cold. Why? Because there's a new start for these soulmates. And the Page of Wands is wondering what can be done about this. Yeah, the Page of Wands is wondering, what can I do to change this outcome? I don't like how this is going for me. What can I do to change this? That's that jealousy thing we were just talking about. And it's also loss. It might be a sense of somehow, you know, it's not like necessarily a physical loss, but it's a loss of maybe something that's familiar, you know. If this is an unconventional partnership, for example, there could be a sense of a loss of traditions or what's familiar or something like this. I don't like it when the cards are also upside down, but if they are, they are. Let's see here. Did I get them all now? To some extent. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. Talk to us about the 8 of Swords. Why all up in the head? What's this fear? What's this fear all about? What's behind it? Why is Feminine not seeing that she can easily get out of there? Or is she? We know she's in a waiting period. Yeah, there's that waiting period. That card just confirmed what I said. There's a sense of needing to rest, needing to recover. This could be a time of meditation along the journey. We have a Queen of Cups. Yeah, counterpart to the King of Cups. We have got oh no, we've got the King, the Queen, Sword counterparts. We don't have the Pentacles yet. One more here for this 8 of Sword. To the 9 of Sword. Another double. 9, 9. There is a fear. Our Feminine very much wants to be the Queen of Cups to this King of Cups, who's over here with the celebration and the happy home and the union. Our Queen of Cups very much hopes to be the counterpart to the King. But for some reason, there's a waiting period. It might have to do with resolving something over here with the Lovers and the Hanged Man, the Moon. Yeah, that's that Gemini with the Pisces Moon. Yeah, so she very much wants to be it, but there's a waiting period. You know, she doesn't really know what's going on, which is leaving her feeling anxious. And so she keeps herself kind of trapped here because she's not sure how to move forward just yet. She does hope, though, to be in this really good energy. Just at the moment, she's quite anxious. Quite anxious during this period of waiting. This is the blindfold. In this context, could almost be like a veil. You know, like the veil that somebody wears to their like a bridal veil. Okay. How about the Nine of Swords here? Nine of Swords. Here we are again, feeling anxious up in the head, unable to sleep. A Three of Wands. Wondering what the future holds. Uncertain. Yeah. Knowing most definitely that there's this closing of a cycle and the beginning of a new. Also that something incredible has been achieved here. She's been on some type of a spiritual journey, and she's, passed many tests, and she's kind of standing at some kind of a threshold here. Some kind of a threshold. She's wondering about it. She doesn't know exactly what's on the other side. But it might actually be an Ace of Cups. It might actually be a new love offer, or this new start in love with the Queen and the King of Cups. Doesn't have to be, but it could be water sign counterparts. So it could be like a Pisces and a Pisces, or a Pisces and a Cancer, or a Scorpio and a Cancer. Any combination of those. Tell us about the Eight of Cups walking away. Yeah. Because she needs to, and she knows it. There's no question in her mind. It's clear as day that that is the right thing to do. What is she walking away from, Spirit? All these choices? What is she walking away from, Spirit? A Page of Pentacles. Somebody immature, perhaps? An immature air sign? I mean, why am I doing that? Earth sign. An immature or just young earth sign? She also could be walking towards this individual, mind you, because she is walking towards something. And we have an Empress, but it's in the reverse. Ah, she could be walking away from an Empress in the reverse. Upright, this is somebody who's fertile. This is somebody who's abundant, nurturing. They're the quintessential divine feminine. When it's in the reverse, there is something blocking this energy. It could be energetic. It could be something in the material or physical. It could be the blocked pregnancy. It also can be something that's happening internally. So the blockage could be that she's pregnant. And she wants to have this baby, but something's blocking her. I mean, she could be a pregnant bride. She wants to have this baby, but can't, maybe? That's what I keep coming back to. She wants to embody this feminine energy, but it's difficult to. Perhaps it's because she's been single. She's had to do a lot on her own. So maybe that needs to shift. Maybe she needs to get some help. She'd like to be nurturing. That's in the upright. But again, she doesn't necessarily have the reserves, the energy. Energetically, this is blocked. She's tired, so she's not making as many phone calls and doing as much stuff. So, our feminine knows that she is walking away from something and that she's walking towards something else that's better. The Empress in the reverse could also represent somebody's ex. So it could be that she's walking away from She could be walking toward, let's say that, a new beginning with this ace, perhaps with a younger earth sign energy. She could be walking toward that with that page of pentacles. Could be walking away from an empress in reverse. It could be a mother figure. It could be a sister. It could be some woman, feminine energy in our divine feminine's, energy. It could be like somebody at the workplace even. But it's somebody who perhaps is a little self-absorbed. Yeah. So, those are hopes and fears. Yeah. Whoops. Not true. That was the hope and the fear. I didn't actually mean to clarify that, but it's fine. We're going to skip ahead, though, because this is getting to be a long reading. We're going to skip ahead to the star. And we know that these are just court cards anyhow. We have a King of Cups again, right before the final outcome. Yeah, I think our feminine in this read is leveling up to star status, and this King of Cups is right behind her. He's right there with her. That might be her soulmate who's with her, who's helping her in some way. I'm really getting it here. There's a Four of Cups. We have an Eight of Cups. There's the walking away again. And the Devil. You know what? These guys right here, they're leaving the community, I think. I do think that they're having to step away, at least for a period of time. There is a stepping away, at least for a period of time. Either the community didn't want to accept something about our star and our King of Cups, okay, these lovers, whatever they are, the soulmates. Maybe there's something taboo about it, or they didn't want to accept it. And so we see that somebody's walking away from the Devil. Yeah. Now, that's the star who's doing that. I don't know what will happen with the King of Cups. Does he come with? Are they chained to the Devil? You know, there are a lot of questions here about these two. But what I was going to say, is this how the community feels about them? Is there something taboo about the connection? And what I wanted to say, what I thought next was, if there is something where the star is being judged unfairly or harshly, this revelation is an opportunity for reconciliation, maybe redemption, maybe connection. If something about this Devil is revealed, why not just be at peace with it? Why not become this light-filled being and help guide others who might encounter something similar? So for this Divine Feminine, I think that we're reading for, they've been on a path of healing. It's definitely been a healing journey. It looks like there is some question about a marriage in the future. It certainly looks like there's a hope and an optimism that there will be a new beginning. However, there's a waiting period, which is a little anxiety inducing. There are things that need to be resolved in the past. For example, who's going to be the helpers? A lot to choose from there. What about the Lovers with Pisces, the Hanged Man? Is there some marriage that needs to be ended? Is there property assets that need to be divvied up? What to do about these fives, the conflict and the competition? That's always going to be there. But how do we navigate it? Here's a bright spot, though. Anywho. Yeah, there's still work to be done for this feminine. It is exciting to take a new leap of faith. This looks like it is going to be, there's going to be a lot that can be learned along this journey for this feminine that I'm reading for. It does look like there are going to be many opportunities to learn lessons. I don't feel like this is somebody who's quite at the finish line yet. With it ending with the Star card, there's still this healing Aquarius energy that is happening. However, we do have here this Union card. So I think this, my sense of it in terms of a timeline is a little more healing is needed. And once that happens, then these two will be able to really join together. And we see that strongly in this card, even though it's their inner child that are communing with one another and playing together. There's a childlike innocence and wonder there with that. And then here we see the Union again with the King of Cups and possibly the Queen of Cups is right here. Yeah. I'm going to hold these guys up so we can kind of see who's who. Yeah. This is when they're all grown up. We've got our king. Let's hold him like this. Hold him like this. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to arrange this because this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so here they are. We've got our king and our queen. And in the first card over here, we see them, their inner child or inner children playing together. And in the two cards on the left, we see their home. It's very beautiful. You know, it's stable. They're celebrating. There's a real sense of happiness, colorfulness here. Just the expression on these two faces. Okay, collective. I do think that I do want to pull. Let's do one more thing here. These are just some final messages, okay? Yeah, final messages for this journey, if this is resonating for you. A couple final messages here. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. A couple more here. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Very relevant here. Patience, we're going to put it over here at the end because patience is definitely needed in this one. Yeah. Patience with the healing and patience getting to that Four of Wands. We could go in either spot. Let's get one, maybe two more. I'm kind of liking placing these. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And that is what's happening here. I think we determined there. There's the world card. Here it is. Yeah. The ending of the cycle with a new one coming. So there's the grief. Last one. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I'm going to go right here, right in the beginning with this blocking energy. I think that's where I'd like to place that one. Yeah. Yeah, remember our King of Swords. Something's during this period of waiting. There's a need to wait while the King of Swords sorts out what's been hidden. It needs to be seen. Something has been hidden. Perhaps it was an affair. It could have been on the part of this, or it could be on the part of the masculine, this King of Cups that she's connecting with, that there might have been an affair. But yeah, that is a failure. I mean, that's going to quickly derail or block a connection from starting. Okay, collective, those are your messages. I hope they were helpful. Bye for now.